Hey guys, welcome back to MMA Library. Today in MMA and UFC news, Kamaru Usman reveals that he lost part of his memory and still hasn't gotten it back after the devastating KO loss to Leon Edwards. Daniel Cormier tells the story.
That's what Kamaru Usman's talking about. He told me on Sunday after the fight, I actually had an opportunity to talk to him the day after, and I go, what do you remember? Because we share these war stories, and he goes, nothing. He goes, I don't remember being in the octagon standing next to Leon. He goes, I don't remember none of that. I don't remember sitting on the chair. He goes, I don't remember anything. I told him, I go, you'll never get it back. I go, you'll never get that back. Those will be moments of your life that you'll never regain. I sit back a lot and try to bring it back, but I can't. I cannot go back to Anaheim. I watched a video recently, and it was Javier Mendez walking me back from the cage. And I saw it as if it was the first time that I'd ever seen it. I lived it. That was me. I saw my face disappointed and dejected. I saw fans reaching out to me, but I still don't remember that. And Kamaru Usman will never get that back.
Israel Adesanya posted some recent sparring footage. Here's the clip. In the past 48 hours, the UFC has announced a few fights to look forward to. Alexander Gustafsson will face off against Ovince St. Preux at UFC 282 on Saturday, December 10th. Also, Tai Tuivasa will square off against Sergey Pavlovich. The pair will headline a fight night card on Saturday, December 3rd. What do you guys think about these fights, and who takes home the victory? Let us know in the comment section below. In a recent video, Chael Sonnen had this to say about Francis Ngannou.
I've read a lot of people saying that Francis is sabotaging his own career. Now, I will be one of those people if we're in the same spot a year from now. I'm not on board with that right now. It's very different. I mean, you must understand, yes, Francis is playing a very tough game. One that, historically speaking, is not overcame. But he's doing it simultaneous with a leg injury. You've got to remember that part. You have to remember that part. Here, let me give you a fine example. John Jones walked away from the sport. He gave a world championship back. He was able-bodied. He was able to get licensed. He was able to get opponents. He was able to go forward. That's a different situation than when Francis is in. If everything was cool in the gang with Francis and his contract, if everything's fine, he still hasn't missed a fight because he's got the leg injury. I got to keep reminding you of that. Before you give Francis a hard time, Francis has not left $1 on the table. Not yet. But I don't believe the comparison of John willingly walking away trying to show you who's got the whip hand versus Francis having an argument while he's rehabbing a knee. I don't think those are the same story.
Javier Mendez recently posted some footage of himself and Khabib during a coaching session. Here's the clip.
Here we are, coaching again.
Coach, how are you?
We're good. We're coaching, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
We're doing a good job.
You, boss.
I'm boss.
Assistant.
Your assistant.
Assistant.
Safe. What's safe? Safe is assistant. Your assistant.
No, me and Safe, we just assist you. Coach.
Okay. Very good.
Осталось 1,5 минуты. Go, go, go.
He's having too much fun.
It's not fun, coach. I wanna show him what he's doing.
Yeah,
Understand? Because
you're,
when I
but you're
talk,
filming it.
understand. I wanna say, well, this,
Yeah.
you.
Show him.
Sometimes they learn.
Sometimes.
There was Uhadini story.
Paul Felder recently broke down the upcoming bantamweight fight between Aljamain Sterling and TJ Dillashaw. Here's what Felder had to say.
Well, I think you got two really good wrestlers, right? I mean, Aljamain for sure has the ability to take you down, backpack you, wear on you, be on that neck from behind, and even if he doesn't tap you, he's just dragging those rounds on and winning rounds. But TJ's striking is kind of on a different level, I think, than Aljamain's by a little bit. Aljamain's shown a lot of improvements on the striking, really good there, but I think this one in particular really will take place on who's going to dictate those, because I don't see either guy just, you know, dominating the wrestling exchanges. Yeah, I think it could be back and forth, both guys getting down. I think Aljamain might be able to get the back and maybe get a submission, but I think it's going to be tough, and I think he's going to really have to work on being able to win the boxing and kickboxing exchanges in that one.
What about just mentally and circumstances around it? You know, TJ went through what he did. He served a 2-year suspension. He came back. He had that one fight. Then he's out again with the injury. Aljamain dealt with a lot of injuries as well, and he came back. He was booed all over the place.
Poor guy, man.
Petr Yan.
God.
He did manage to get by Petr Yan, though. Who do you think is in a better sort of just kind of X-factor place going into the fight?
I would say Aljamain, because he went and had to do that all over again with Petr Yan, right? To go and do that and then still get the win after all the naysayers, all the people accusing you of acting and faking and doing all this crap. Man, that, as much as we all, I ignore it, it bothers you, right? You want to punch all these people in the face, and he can't do that, but he was able to go in there and get that win. That mentally, I think that was humongous for Aljamain Sterling.
Conor McGrgeor has recently shown off some of his recent boxing sparring on social media. Rizin has recently announced they are interested in booking a boxing match between Nate Diaz and Floyd Mayweather. Speaking in an interview, the former head of Pride and current CEO of Rizin said, "We do think we're at a point where we can't just only focus on the Japanese market anymore. We have to target an international audience. Not only Floyd's opponent, but Nate Diaz as an individual has a great amount of character, fight style, and a great following internationally. So as an individual, he would definitely be somebody we would be interested in talking to. Nate Diaz might even have a chance of beating Floyd, you know? And for us to promote that what-if factor is definitely something that we need to promote for these exhibitions against Floyd. Making the people think maybe that it factor, Nate Diaz can bring all of that, so we do think it's a great idea." Chael Sonnen weighed in on the media announcement as well.
We don't know what Nate's grand plan is. We just know it exists. We just know there's something there. We know that he turned down a trilogy fight with McGregor, which would have been massive, because he believes there's another and a better way. I want to know what it is. I am highly curious. I don't want Nate to get used. I don't like that. And if he plays along at all with the WWE, he will get used. They have nothing, no level of sincerity there. They just want the headlines. That's okay. Floyd and Rizin and Nate.
Henry Cejudo says that if anyone can beat Charles Oliveira, it's Islam Makhachev. Here's the clip.
It's hard for me because I consider both of these guys my friends, like I really do. But if there's anybody that could beat Charles Oliveira, his name is Islam Makhachev, because he has that one solid style. Same reason why I beat Demetrius Johnson. My wrestling overwhelmed whatever it is that he was bringing to the table, and wrestling can be your safety net, you know. So it's important for all of us to really understand the fact that one solid base like wrestling could probably neutralize anything that any martial arts can bring to the table. And we're gonna start seeing that with the new wave of Bo Nicka coming back and doing X, Y, and Z. And I do believe there's a whole new wave coming, so you guys prepare.
What do you guys think about Cejudo's comments? Is Islam the one to dethrone Charles Oliveira? Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. Guys, thanks so much for checking out the video. If you like the content we do here on this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to MMA Library for all the latest MMA and UFC news. We'll see you in the next video.